Hi guys, it's Leanne, and thank you very much for being with me during our Facebook group 1A or A and Facebook group B. And as you will know that we had a bit of trouble accessing Google Chrome, so hence I've done this video for you. So in this video, like I said, you have to open your browser up in Chrome and then go to your Facebook as per usual. Then we come down on the right hand side here to manage pages, and then we come down the right hand side here to manage ads, and we go into our ad account. Once we're in our ad manager's account, up on the top right hand corner here you'll see Power Editor, and that's the part of Facebook ads that we want to go into. So you'll see now it's changed from here, Ads Manager, to Power Editor, and it looks exactly the same, it just gives you a little bit more functionality. So what we're going to do next is go to we're going to go to All Tools, and we're going to go to Audiences. And this is where, like I said, we will be able to create our audience and check out what's actually going on for our audiences. So what we're looking at here is choose an audience to start with. So do we want to look at everybody on Facebook, people connected to our page, or our custom audience? So remember, we're using this just to gauge whether or not our target market is actually on Facebook, or is there enough of them on Facebook. So we're going to use everyone on Facebook. We're going to change this obviously from the United States to Australia as the country, and this is where you will actually then choose your state if you want to. So let's say we were just looking for Cairns as per our status update, and the demographic is 25 to, let's say, 48 or 44. So let's choose interest in business and industry. Let's say business. Okay, as you can see, I was actually drilling down too far. Let's just say we get rid of economics. So let's just say we choose Australia. So we've got Australia only. Location is Australia, 25 to 44, business, industry. We haven't selected any of these down here rather than their relationship status and their living home type. And you'll see now that what the Audience Insight does is it says this is a self-reported information from Facebook profiles. Okay, so 100% of these men between 35, see how 35 to 44, so it's actually telling us that 65% of our selected audience. So you'd probably want to change this here if that was the case. No women are interested, so really, yep, not that many women. Their lifestyle, we couldn't match. What this part here does is actually match it with other databases to give you more demographics. It's predominantly US based, so it doesn't give us anything here in Australia. 100% of our audience were married, which is brilliant, so we got that right. Education we didn't put down, and their job title we didn't match. So let's just be a bit more general here now. Let's say that we go to Cairns. We'll just narrow it down to Cairns, and let's use the wedding industry because that's we've got a few people in the group that run with weddings, and that's all we're going to put down. Obviously the relationship is now single or probably in a relationship. Let's do both. And let's say we're looking to go with the women this time. Not going to put their home, but it's probably a single. Oh, it's probably still multi if both of the partners are working, but let's just say they're renters this time. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so it still has given us less than 1,000 people. So let's change the interests here, and let's do engagement. And what else may they be interested in? Gyms. Let's get that off because we might be making it a wee bit hard for Facebook to match. Let's just say we don't know. their relationship type, and see if that gives us any more information. No, again, there's less than 1,000 people. Okay guys, so this is where we started our Facebook audience insights to give you an idea of what what part of your target market is on Facebook. So what we're going to do here is look at the location, and I'm just going to remove Cairns and we're just going to do Australia only, just so that you can see what this will do for you. The gender, we're going to look at all men and women. Okay, so it's starting to pick up already. Men and women, and their interests, we're going to put engagement and gyms. We're going to say that you can go into the advanced section and the behaviors and put their behaviors and their language and their relationship status if you know this. So I'm just going to go in a relationship already. If you know their education, if you know their work job title, let's say they're admin, because we're looking at the ladies here. Let's say we don't know their income, but it's probably, well, if we actually do that, see what happens if we put their income in. Facebook takes it off. So let's just say we don't know their income, we don't know their home, we don't know if they're parents or not, and leave the rest of it blank. For this exercise, I just want to show you what happens. So Facebook says to us, okay, 65%, so what we've selected, women 25 to 34, 65% of them, of the audience, are on Facebook, but also men with the same interests are on there as well. The lifestyle is a demographic from 2 databases in America. We don't actually have that, and besides, we probably don't want that because it's US based, so unless you're obviously marketing to the US. So there is, the selected audience is 400% likely, as likely to be in this group compared to Facebook users, so that's quite good. 75% have an education level of college. Okay, so you can see what they're interested in there. Their job title, it says here, so what's it? It's matched up. Administration, there's 100% of the audience is in admin and 30% of Facebook users, and these are the other job titles. So if you're thinking about going for people in sales, you can see 55%. Oops, that's gone. Screw with. 55% are in production, transport and moving. So you can see the different levels of, or the different percentages of education that are there. So this is a good tool just to check out whether or not your audience is on Facebook. So if this was something or somebody you wanted to market to, then you would create a new audience based on that information. If you're having trouble identifying that target market, then obviously you would go in and create the ad. Now, just back to Power Editor for a minute. I showed you yesterday, and for those doing the Group B today, I did show the Group A yesterday what the ads look like. And the Power Editor is exactly the same. As you can see here, it's exactly the same as the back of the other Ads Manager that you would access through Internet Explorer. And all you do is create a campaign exactly the same way. You work out what marketing objective that it is that you want to create. In this instance, we're going to say that we want to create an ad that sends people to our website. We're going to call it Testing Workshop, and we're not going to send it live like I did yesterday. We're going to look at our audience. Now, if I had have liked the audience that I just selected, then it would be here as a saved audience, but I didn't save it. So in this instance, I'm going to, let's call it engagement. I'm going to create another audience. So everyone in this location, so we want Australia Cairns, and we were pretty well on the money with the age group, so let's do that again, 25 to 44 or 40 women. Include people who match at least one of these categories, so we'll do engagement again. Engagement. It will then give you suggested interests if you decide to do your audience through this way rather than creating an audience the other way, but let's just say weddings. Add a connection type. You can add people that like your page, friends, or exclude. If you've got an app, you can add those, or if you've had an event, you can do that. So let's just save that. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, thank you very much. Then we're going to actually do our ad set name. So we're going to call it Testing Workshop again and continue. Then the next thing is to work out what format you're going to have. So you can do the carousel of images, you can do one single image, a single video, or a slideshow. So we'll just do a single video. If you have an image, you can upload it here through the library, or for this instance we're just going to grab a picture from the free stock. I'll choose that one and it'll add it in there for you. Don't forget you can go to Canva, canva.com, and actually edit the image if you want to add some text to it. Don't forget that your text must be less than 20% of the size of the image. So obviously about so much here of the text, otherwise Facebook might not allow it. So then you pick your Facebook page that you want the ad to be represented by. If you have an Instagram account, it's this part here that you actually add your Instagram account, and your ad can go to Instagram as well. We're sending the clients or the potential clients to our website, so this is where you would put your URL of your web address in there. If you want them to message you, you could say message me, but we're not going to do that. And we're going to do the website. Now this is where you need to be really, really clever. So study now to become a social media specialist. And then you've got a limited amount of text here. I'm not sure exactly how many characters, but you might put course starting now, funded under the C3G scheme, upfront, let's put contribution fee $85. Okay, so, and then you'll have your call to action, which is optional, but I actually like it, so you can get them to download something, contact, book, apply, donate, learn more, send me a message, sign up. So we might just say send me a message. And if you had a long website, so let's just say that the website was this long, you can actually have a display link, which is a link that would be displayed for your website, but it's not as long as your website. If you were using this option, which is pixel tracking, which means that you can create a pixel, which is some coding, that goes onto your website. Anybody that clicks on this ad goes to my website but actually doesn't take action. When I come back into Ads Manager, I can actually repurpose that ad in front of those people that went to my website. And you'll see there's the ID here, and each time you send them to a different page, you would have a different ID. And I'll show you how to get that in a minute. Then we would save that to draft. There it is there. When you're ready, it's got a few errors, so obviously I haven't done an ad name there. Let's just go back and fix that error, which is not there anywhere. Oh. Save to draft. Let's just go. Save to draft. So this is our ad. This is the ad name, the campaign. We can set a limit on how much we want to spend, whether it's $50 or $100. Well, it's telling me I have to do $100. $100, whatever that is. We can then go in and edit the ad if we've made a mistake here, so we can pop back in and edit the ad, so we can turn it off or on by this button as well. So as you can see, I'm not actually going to create the ad as I did yesterday. incorrectly. If you wanted to look at the insights or the performance, you would click this button here. Let me find one of the ads that performed quite well. So in the back end of this video, which was a Facebook Live that I created a week ago, I had 873 results. We're really not sure what results mean. I don't know how Facebook tracks a result. So 39.22% was a result rate. So that actually tells me that the result was that they watched the video. You can see here on the days when the ad spiked and the people that viewed it, so you can track that there. It actually reached 1,697 people. I spent $15. It cost me 2 cents for people to view. The relevance rating is a score rating based between 1 and 10 on how your ad is responding to the audience. So I got a good relevance rating there of 8, as it says between 1 and 10. So that's really good as well. The number of actions as a result of your ad, but we still don't know exactly what actions they are. So that's a good way to look at your ads to see how they're performing. You go to your demographics and say, well, you know what, did I really hit my target market? So this will tell you that actually my women were 35 to 44 and 25 to 34, and I actually had 28% of women and 20%, so you can see that there. And the men, so you can see that some men were interested in the ad as well, which is an interesting component if you wanted to run this ad again. As far as the cross promotion, we had a look at Facebook. Obviously that's where we were. I didn't advertise on Instagram, but here we go here. So the placement of 1.5 thousand people. I'm not exactly sure how many people actually viewed it in the end, so we could actually have a look at that. I'll go back over and have a look at that later. So you can see now the performance of your ad, how it ranked, how much it costs you per view, and if you wanted to turn the ad on again, you would just create another ad campaign. The audience section in the Ads Manager and how you create an ad.